just washed my hair, getting prepped to pack. This is the night before my flight. So I've done my full body shower. I have all my clothes laid out. I am going to pack everything up. And as you saw in my last vlog, all of my new packing cubes, my suitcase, all my base stuff came in just in time. I'm actually so excited to pack. I normally I wouldn't say dread it. I just don't put as much time into organizing because I've never had packing cubes that make it just feel exciting, I guess, to pack. So I am going to, I guess I'll show you my outfits. I'm broken it down to a couple different days that are interchangeable. Obviously you'll see it when I arrive in Toronto and you see a little bit more of what I'm wearing. And then I'm gonna pack my suitcase. I'm obviously in the living room. I just wanna have space to lay things out. I have pulled all my snacks out that I'm packing because eating at the airport already terrifies me. So I have all these things organized, ready to go. So let's get packing. My A-type brain is feeling so calm and so peaceful right now. Okay, I have 4 stacks of things that I'm packing. So this is kind of a comfy outfit. I have my Landry pants from Mary Young, oversized top. I'm probably gonna wear this for my meet up day. And that little tank top, which is also from Mary Young, the Shea tank, for wearing underneath in case the temp is cold, because that's very possible. And then this is more of a casual outfit. So I have a long sleeve white top, a long sleeve black top, and then these sort of track pants. And then this is another stack of sort of comfy clothes. I have a pair of my favorite jeans under here. I have my vintage New York Yankees sweater. I have a long sleeve polo and then a just t-shirt. So these are also interchangeable with other outfits. And then in case I work out or go to the gym or do Pilates, I have sports bra, tank top, and leggings. And then I'm also going to wear another pair of jeans similar to this on the flight with a sweater. And I'm also going to pack a blazer and my jacket, which you will see when I pack all these. Dinner with Otis, with my girls. Good morning from Toronto. It is so nice to be back in, not my home city because I wasn't born and raised here, but the city that made me who I am. So before moving to LA, I lived in Toronto for 13 years. From 18 until I was 31 after my 31st birthday. So it's really the city that became that influenced who I became as a person. And I've missed it. I love Toronto. I think it is such a beautiful city. It's not too cold, which is the best thing. Is it's fall, it's crisp, but it's not winter yet. And I'm in the most beautiful place. I am at the Ace Hotel this trip. I'm staying at the Ace downtown Toronto, and I just want to thank you, the Ace, for this beautiful accommodation. I normally am in a tornado when I come to Toronto. I'm in and out. I sometimes will stay with friends. I'm visiting people. It's usually very chaotic for me. And I really wanted to ground myself. I know I've talked about making sure that I'm taking care of myself the best way that I can, especially when I'm traveling. My health, mental and physical, is very important. And having a place that feels like home for me while on the go, I think it has been the missing piece. And so the Ace Hotel has become my home when I am home, which honestly just warms my heart. It is the perfect location. If you are new to Toronto, it is right in the heart of the city. You can walk everywhere. You can get amazing food, you can go to different venues, you can go to shows, you can shop, you can literally do it all. And then obviously if you have spent time in Toronto, like myself, if you've lived in Toronto, you know this area so well that it just it feels so lovely to be home. I'm looking over a park with families and their kids and dogs in the morning. It's a very different vibe than LA. I'm oh, all right, the East Coast is just it's just different. The energy is different. And it makes me just like love Toronto even more. So being able to stay here has been such a highlight, especially after a bit of a long travel day. My flight was delayed, and then getting our baggage was more delayed. So there's a lot of delays yesterday. As you saw, I got in the dark. I basically got in and went to bed because I did not sleep much the night before. I don't know if anyone else is like this, and I'm sure other people are, but if you are, please let me know. I can never get a good night's sleep before a flight, even if it is a simple flight, like a direct flight from LA to Toronto. I just am anxious. I'm afraid I'm missing my flight. I'm missing my alarm. Like everything is just stressing me out. So I slept like, honestly, maybe 4 hours the night before my flight. Slept a little on the flight, did a little work on the flight. But last night, sleeping for over 8 hours in this like king size bed, honestly, I'm like, how do I take this and make this my bedroom back home? Like the blackout curtains, there was no light, there was no sound. And also that's a huge thing because downtown Toronto can be quite loud, but there was literally no sound, whether it was in the hotel or from the streets. So I feel like a new woman today, and I'm so excited to just take on Toronto for the day. As many of you know, if you're watching this, you may have seen this already on my social. You can go to It's Mary Young, which is my brand, which is mostly why I'm in Toronto, is for business work. And then my personal Mary Ofori-Attah, I am here to do some business things in terms of like back end fulfillment warehouse stuff. But I really wanted to see everyone in our community because it has been a long minute since like being all together, and community is such a big part of the Mary Young brand. It's more than just the bras, underwear, lounge, PJ pieces. It really is about like bringing people together and feeling close together. So I am planning for our Cops pop-up today. So Cops is a donut spot here in Toronto. Iconic, if you know. It is the best little donuts, and they do the like flavored glaze on all of them. Unfortunately, as a gluten-free girly, I can't eat them, but I know they're the best. I have done my market research. They are the best. Also, my friend Alex owns all the Cops. So I love supporting another entrepreneur, being able to like bring two businesses together that don't really align. Like you wouldn't think lingerie and donuts are like a match made in heaven. But fun fact, if you know Mary Young and you've been following from the beginning, we have been big on donuts because a lot of women or society, pop culture, media tell you that if you want to look good in lingerie, you have to change what you eat. We do not believe that. What you want to be doing is eating what you love and loving your body. So have a donut, put on a lingerie set, feel your best. So that is what's happening today. Minus we're not wearing lingerie at Cops, but in a few hours, I'm going to be at Cops doing sort of like a little like pop-up meet and greet, chit chat with the community, and giving early access to our Black Friday sale, which is always fun to be able to give people a little something. Oh my gosh, there is a squirrel going with a croissant up a wall. That is crazy. But yeah, no, it is always great to be able to give people a little something when they come out. It's an exchange, time and support, things like that. And Black Friday is a crazy time of year. A lot of companies have already launched their Black Friday sales. I was getting emails in October, which I think is just too early. So we're not doing it that early, but we are rewarding VIP members, and we would just want to make sure that people feel the love that we feel. So I'm getting ready. I got my coffee downstairs here at the Ace. Again, another great thing. Coffee, croissants, breakfast here. So the coffee is great. As you can see, I'm getting ready, just did my makeup and my hair. I have some computer work to do before I have to go pick up some prints for this event. And then thankfully I can actually see Cops from here, which is just even better that I'm so close to everything. I don't have to put in the time of, okay, 30 minutes, okay, 40 minutes. It doesn't feel like LA. Everything's like 5 or 10 minutes, which is just so fun. So I am going to do a bit of work, enjoy my coffee, grab a little breakfast at Impact Kitchen, which is around the corner from Ace. Again, the location, everything is so perfect, and Impact has a great menu for anyone who's gluten-free, vegan, dairy-free, AIP. They have like all of the good stuff. So that will be the start of the day. So let's get it going. I really need this coffee, so I'm gonna like really enjoy this. Okay, I just got changed for dinner. I have had such a good day, but a very busy day. I always do this to myself. I like pack my schedule. So I had a couple meetings after the Fun at Cops, which was so lovely to see the community come out and just to like see people in real life again. It just feels so lovely. So it was a great 2 hours. It flew by so fast. And then I had meetings. I got to walk home to the Ace, again, my home in the city. I got to walk home before the sun set from the meetings, which was nice. It was like just before like 5:30, I think the sun started setting. And Toronto is just so beautiful. I do really appreciate the beauty of Toronto. I think it's something that I overlooked when I lived here, probably too often, but it is such a beautiful city. It also just feels so nice to be in a city you can walk in. Obviously in LA, it's not as walkable. Where I live in LA, I do go for walks, but it's not like I can walk to 10 places in 20 minutes. It's just not doable. It's like one place in 20 minutes. But it was so nice to be able to walk, get some steps in. I did a bit of computer work, some emails, obviously trying to get some things organized for the big fulfillment center move, which is happening this week, which is where I'll be later this week, just getting things set up with our new fulfillment center. Onboarding is a lot. I always forget onboarding anyone is a lot. So that was a lot of computer work. And now I'm going to go for dinner with my friends in the restaurant here at the Ace. It's called the Alder. And I think it's either a Michelin star or it's on the like Michelin guide. So I'm going to figure that out and I will let you know. And I'm excited because I think they're trying a new menu. Either they've implemented it or this is like the night that they're starting to try some new things. So I'm excited to eat dinner. I just put on a very casual like black top. I have my like loose boyfriend baggy jeans for comfort. And then obviously my fun necklaces. Keeping it pretty simple. It's a very casual dinner. It's just like one of my good girlfriends. And I'm just excited to eat a nice meal. I just love a good dinner. So, and they have like a lot of steak and things that I can eat. So I'm very excited to dive in, devour. And I had to re-straighten my hair because the wind in Toronto can be also a lot for the hair. So feeling good, even though I'm tired and I'm not paying attention to the time change and jet lag. But yeah, I think I'm feeling good all around. Hi, I'm loving this little window in my hotel room. I get to look out. It's a great day though, so I'm not going to be too excited to go out there, but it is just like really nice to just look out and see some dogs at the dog park and people out for a walk. It has been a busy few days. I have to admit that I've kind of been all over the place. I've been taking meetings, trying to catch up with friends, trying to do work. Today, I do hope I am going to be a bit more like grounded. So I'm going to do some work in the lobby downstairs at the Ace Hotel. The lobby is just like, hotel lobbies are great. I would say Canada doesn't have it figured out. The US understands a good hotel lobby. So the Ace is definitely doing it right. But it is like a great little meeting spot, co-working spot. It has like really good vibes. I would say that it's maybe even better than Toronto's Soho House. Just gonna put that out there. So I'm gonna do some work down there. I'm going to meet a friend for coffee also down there. And then I'm going to have to head out to our fulfillment center where we are setting up. So all of our pallets are getting unloaded. All of our inventory is getting put in through their system to start fulfilling out of Toronto. So it's going to feel good to get that set up. I do have to really plug in and get some work done. So I'm excited to just get some breakfast, get a coffee, and get on my computer, put my headphones in, and just focus. But I do have to say, this bed has been my best friend, my lifesaver the past couple nights. I am just so thankful to have a good night's sleep. And in a fun turn of events, I got my period early. So I'm trying to not let my like trauma and stress of having an endometriosis flare up while having my period, while traveling and not having all the things I need get to me. Really working on that mind over matter. And if you know that that's that discipline that I'm always talking about. So I'm being kind to myself. Let's see how today goes and let's get some work done. have literally never ordered room service. Oh, wait, I need to get a bottle of butter. Yeah, so I've never ordered room service in my, actually I've ordered room service once with my husband on our honeymoon. So it felt like obviously that was the right time to order room service. I have had a day because, as you know, I got my period. I'm also here for work. We are opening our new fulfillment center in Toronto. And I was out there for most of the day. And if you've been to a warehouse or you've been to a fulfillment center, it is a bit more physically intense than you would think it is. So I was out there doing all the stuff that you have to do to unpack, organize, get pallets and boxes and things sorted, basically. All while having my period. Day one, mind you. And if you know about anything to do with cramps, if you have cramps, you know day one. It is just not the day to be doing things. So thankfully, I was smart enough to bring my pain medication that my doctor has prescribed me since I was like 14 years old. So I did thankfully have that prepared. And I took the train home from where the fulfillment center is. It's like a longer commute just because of traffic. So I had to kind of take an Uber to get a train, then take the train and then walk back to the hotel. And it was like 7-ish by the time I got home. And I'm just starving. Also with the AIP, like you're just hungry. I feel like I'm more hungry in general being on my period. Like I just crave more food. And the hotel, the Ace, is just so kind. They obviously have room service. Like that's a common thing in any hotel, but I can't have French fries. So I got the steak frite sans frite, so no French fries. And then I was at the restaurant the other night, as you know, at the Alder downstairs, and I had this beet dish, like a side beet dish that was just roasted beets, which is super good. It's super anti-inflammatory, which clearly is what my body needs right now. I just need to be decompressing, de-inflammation, just trying to get my body at a good place. So I asked them, I was like, would it be possible to have the beets because I need them and I can't have fries? And it's not on the menu. So they spoke with the chef at the restaurant and they made the exception and they brought me the beets and I have the steak, and it feels so strange to just like have a steak on a plate and these like beets on the side. But I'm so excited to eat. I'm so tired. I have work that has to be done because it's the other thing is when you're doing like in-person physical work, all your computer work, where does it go? It goes to your nighttime. So I have to do that. I also have to pack tonight because I'm going tomorrow. I'm leaving my beautiful Toronto home, my Ace Hotel home. And I need to pack because I'm a bit OCD and I don't want to do that in the morning. That feels way too stressful for me. So I need to start packing. I need to do the work and I need to eat dinner. So I'm going to eat. I'm going to probably like put on some YouTube or TikTok or just Netflix or just like something, eat, chill, decompress, and then start my unwind, like shower routine along with working. I think I might do like a face mask while I do some work and just like try to romanticize my last night in this beautiful space where I love my apartment. I love my husband. I love Michael so much. I love spending time with him. I love cuddling with him. I miss him. But I love this bed. I love a king size bed. I want us to now get a king size bed. I never thought I wanted one, but I want one. So I'm just going to enjoy dinner. And this is something that I wanted to do at this stage of my life. I was talking to Michael about this is I love taking care of my friends. I love doing things for them, celebrating them, whether it's bachelorette parties, bridal showers, weddings. I will go all out for my friends when it is their day, their time to celebrate. I don't always do that for myself. And that doesn't make sense. If I'm going to do this for someone else, I really should be doing it for myself. And that's what I told myself. I'm going to order room service. It is more expensive, obviously, because I'm eating a big chunk of meat. Eating out when you're AIP is literally just a steak, so it's always more expensive. But this is taking care of myself and investing in myself and making sure that I feel good and setting myself up for success, not only tomorrow, but just like my body, like putting the care and attention into my body is what I need to be doing. So I do feel good about doing that. And I just am so excited to eat this steak. It looks so good. I cannot wait to have it. I'm doing my usual morning routine of looking outside, at a very gray day here in Toronto. It's my last morning, and I'm actually very excited to go back to LA to get back into my life and my routine, to see Michael, my husband. Um, yeah, I'm a creature of habit. I'm very excited to go home, but it has been such a lovely trip here in Toronto. It has been extremely busy, very, very busy, as you can see, which is why having a place to stay like this was imperative. This is not something that I normally do when I travel to Toronto. A lot of times I'll end up staying with friends, but doing some introspection this year and prioritizing myself and my health, I realized that I need to have something that is stable, comfortable, and supports me in the location, how easy it is to do what I need to do, how easy it is to meet people, like meetings in the lobby, running out, grabbing things from Ubers if I'm delivering things, just like there's so many things that can happen when I'm in the city for work. And being at the Ace downtown, the location is so ideal. I feel like I've been like cosplaying my younger self. I'm like, am I a 20 something girl living in the city? It has been so fun to feel like I am living in Toronto, even though I haven't lived here for years. But this hotel has truly been like the MVP of my trip. As you saw, I had room service. I've chilled. I've done my face mask in bed last night. Like, I really made sure that I was prioritizing myself. And this morning, I'm going to continue to do that with doing some more work in the lobby. I met some amazing people yesterday in the lobby, just by chance, like truly, which I think is the most beautiful part of being at a location that encourages creativity and conversation and community. Is I met another entrepreneur and her team, and then I met someone who I know through very many mutual friends who works at Kobo. And as you guys know, I'm a big book girl. I love my Kobo. I have it with me everywhere I go. So it was just really cool to be able to meet people and just to connect and hang out. So I'm going to do the same thing, get some breakfast before I head back to the warehouse and spend a couple hours there before I fly home. And it's been really nice. And I think you should go to Toronto if you've ever been to Toronto. Toronto is a great city. Minus it is like gray and rainy. And I realize the rain is a part of why I get so many migraines. My head has been not great because of the rain. But when I'm busy, I can ignore the migraine, which probably doesn't work for everyone, but I know it works for me. Is just distraction. Just distract yourself and you don't feel the pain. So it is food time. It is time to get things going. But I'm looking at this room. I'm going to miss her. Look at it. I also have all my bags packed. I had to pack everything last night. I don't know if that's something you do. I have to pack the night before checkout because I get too stressed to do it the morning of. Like, if you have a tip or a technique for how to check out with less stress and pack your bags, please let me know so I can avoid any unnecessary stress and maybe use that tip next time I travel. I'm finally home. And I, of course, am unpacking. I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but if I get home at a decent time, so like before midnight, ideally, then I have to unpack. And I basically put everything away. I'm just gonna like unpack my packing cubes, and also just like having packing cubes makes it feel less intimidating to unpack. It's like, oh, I just have these like 2 little cubes to unpack. So I am just so glad to be home. It was such a lovely trip. I honestly have no complaints. It was also nice to feel the weather, like just a change of weather. So overall, it was great. No complaints, very happy, but also very happy to be home and just kind of get back into my routine, sleep in my own bed, do some laundry because I definitely need to wash some of these clothes. But overall, it also just doesn't feel that overwhelming. Like, it felt like a really good trip, even though I got my period. I think that was kind of a fear of mine, was I knew I was supposed to be getting it actually tomorrow. So it came a few days early. And just with how bad my last cycle was, and just in general with endometriosis, you just don't know how your period is going to go. I did definitely take as much medication as I could take because I just couldn't risk being like in the bathroom, on the floor, sweating, nauseous, maybe puking, passing out. I just couldn't do it. So I'm very grateful that I have medication that can help me. I don't like to take it because it's not great for your gut. It's not great for long-term health, but in that moment, it was the right decision. And it was just so great to be in the city. I'm glad that I made it through the chaos, the couple busy days, and now settling back into my life and getting into bed. I think I'm going to make some popcorn and read in bed. I read like half of the flight, so I'm really into still the same series, the Glass Castle, Glass Throne, Assassin's Blade, whatever. I don't even know what that series is, but I'm on the 6th book now. So I am close to being done because there's only 10. So if I finish 6, then I have 7, 8, 9. I'll still have 4 more. But we're moving through it. Hopefully by January, maybe in January, I'll finish it. So that is going to be my night, is just quickly unpack, get into my pajamas, put on my little comfy Mary Young PJs, and popcorn, reading, and go to sleep and just feel good, feel rested. And I'm just grateful, very grateful for my life, grateful for the opportunity to be in Toronto, grateful for the Ace Hotel to stay there and to be treated just so well at a hotel. Obviously, that's not unheard of. It just doesn't feel like that's like a common thing anymore with hotels. So I'm just feeling very grateful, and I'm excited for what the next couple of weeks have in store. It's a busy time of year, but it is also a very good time of year. So I'm going to leave the vlog here. There are some new things coming. I might actually not be vlogging the same way. I'm trying to think about how to change up this format. So if there's something you want to see from me, that you like, that you've seen, that you want to see more of, or even if there's something you want to see less of, I will take the constructive criticism. As long as it's constructive, I will take it. So if you want to subscribe to stay up to date, to see what's coming, this would be the time. I don't know what you're doing if you're not subscribed personally, but I will see all of you on the next one. Love you. Bye.